of the game experience, like, or what makes these games interesting is the difficulty involved in them.
Exactly,
So,
it's
like,
the challenge. And on Blacklist, what we're doing with the difficulty levels, we have 4 difficulty levels. So we have rookie, normal, realistic, and our last difficulty level we call perfectionist.
Yeah.
And in perfectionist, we just go all out. We remove mark and execute.
Oh wow!
The goggles don't see through walls anymore.
Wow!
So you have to really be pause.
Do you still have the last scene shadow?
So the last known position, I think it's something you can disable in the pause menu. So I don't think we I don't remember if we linked it. I don't think we did. And then you can carry less gear also. So you know every bullet you have counts. And
excellent.
So
that's for the purists.
Oh yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I'm actually I'm worried that no one has finished the game in Perfectionist back in Toronto. I wanted to call them and ask, like, are we sure this is feasible? So I'm sure someone
should be 200. Should be a 200 gamer points achievement right there for going the whole way.
Yeah. We have an achievement for that. We also have an achievement if you do a full non-lethal playthrough with Sam. So
wow.
So we have a couple of surprises where maybe you're not actually playing Sam, but as soon as you're Sam, if you go 100% and you don't kill anyone, then you get an achievement.
Excellent. What's it like having the game here at Comic-Con then? Have you guys had hands-on with regular folks just enjoying it? Or
yeah, exactly. So we're showing it off. We're in a bar that's hosted by Machinima.
Whereabouts is it?
It's on 4th Street. It's 500 4th. Yeah. Yeah, and
500 4th Street.
500 4th Street. And we've got like 8 pods for SVM, so 2 against 2 and 2 against 2. And then on the sides, we've got some co-op, we've got some solo also. And it's great. This morning, there were 2 guys that were playing co-op. And I love co-op because you get, like, it's all the communication, right?
Yeah.
He's here, I got him, did you see him, wait for me, And the 2 guys were playing, and I just sat down next to them. And I was like, hey guys, how you doing? And they're like, who are you? Like, go away. And I was just, oh, no problem. And then I was just listening to them, and it was beautiful because they were like super stressed, super tactical, and they were doing super well. And then they were playing a co-op map where
were they strangers or friends?
It turned out they were cousins.
Okay, nice.
And so they were playing one of the co-op maps where you're not allowed to be detected, and you have 3 objectives you need to do, and they were at their 3rd, and they got detected. And they're like, oh shit, blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, do you want to play? I'm like, it's okay, I play all the time, don't worry about it.
That's excellent. Have you got a chance to hop in and take a look around Comic-Con as well yourself?
A little bit. I saw I'm a big Lego fan, so I went to check the Lego stuff. They were selling the Back to the Future DeLorean.
Oh really?
Yeah, but they were sold out by the time we went there, so I was super disappointed. I wanted to get it for Kent, a friend at work.
I was surprised how much Lego there was there. This is like a massive booth.
Lego is exploding. I have a 6-year-old son, and like he's so happy because I'm addicted too.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh okay, we'll buy one. Don't worry. Yeah. All right, Pat successfully passed that point.
Nice work.
What's cool is, like, because Sam's the leader, this is a good example of where Sam's really communicating with the team and using the team to support him. And it's something that's kind of new for Sam, to not just be the guy on the ground, but also to be the leader.
How old is Sam now? Like,
does he age?
Been a couple of games. Is that what it is? Yeah.
In my head, he's 50-something, maybe. Like. It's like James Bond.
Yeah, okay.
How old is Batman? How old is James Bond? It's so often people are like, oh, he's aging, he should retire. I don't want Sam to retire, right? Sam is great. Sam's an amazing character.
Sitting there.
Yeah, that James Bond reference, that's a good one, actually.
Yeah,
you should
like
hold
that?
on to that one. Yeah.
I can say it again if you want. James Bond.
You are go.
So is this another part of the mission then? Are we kind of, what's the checkpointing like in terms of like saving? Can you do hard saves on your own? Is it based on difficulty level?
It's all checkpoints. It's a good way for us to balance difficulty also.
So even in like purist modes and stuff, you'll still...
Yeah, the checkpoints are at the same place, exactly.
How long are the levels then, if that's the case? Like,
it really depends on your difficulty and how good you are.
Oh, of course.
It's hard for us to judge because we're I know everything in the game, so when I play, I can be a bit faster.
Yeah.
But in play tests, most of our maps last 50 an hour. But it depends. We've got a lot of like I was talking about variety before, so all of our maps are very different. So we've got some really smaller maps, some longer maps.
So in terms of the environments, then obviously we're looking at some sweet South American tropical nonsense going on here.
Yeah, well, that was I think that was interesting for us also, right? Is because we had 4th echelon in a plane and we could travel the world.
You can go wherever you want.
Exactly.
It's good.
Exactly. So we have a lot of missions all around the world. You know, Spy versus Mercs and co-op are also all around the world. And the single player story like starts a little bit more, you know, in Europe and all that. And then as it converges, it's more aimed at the United States, because the Blacklist are attacks on U.S. soil.
So he's trying to infiltrate here again. He's using the marking
He's
system.
marking now. He's got the sticky shocker on.
Here we go. Watch yourself. You guys, is it all the tool set based on what Sam has himself? Is there any sort of environmental kills or interacting with objects to maybe find dynamic places
We've got
to
the
hide?
classic. We've got the classic exploding barrels left and right, and the fire extinguishers, right? You need those. You need those. So Pat's using the last known position. Oh,
Jump up, you got it, you got it. Oh man, he smoked again. I love that. Some people in the Twitch chat were saying, yeah, they got modes in these demos where you can live forever. You know, just stick on God mode and play the game. You wouldn't really get the real Splinter Cell experience, really, if that was the case.
well, we do it. We do it at E3 usually. At E3 on if you're on a Microsoft stage or on a Sony stage,
so bad.
or you really don't want to die, and it's crazy. I mean, those moments. I don't know why we do it. It's so stressful.
Yeah.
You know, playing live in front of it's like it's like playing music or something in front of a band, right? You're performing because it's not just about playing well, but it's about making the game look good. It's about controlling the camera. It's about
showing it off.
And we practice so much. Like our not this E3 but the E3 before, we were at a Microsoft press conference, and Alex and I were on stage, and we practiced with in our hotel room for like 3 days non-stop.
So
just
why?
Before.
Why not just record it? Is it? Do you think gamers, when they're watching these,
I think people appreciate it. I think people appreciate when you're playing your game live, but it's for sure it's stressful. And we had Laurent, our lead game designer, who was also practicing, because you always want to have a guy in backup, right, in case Alex cuts a finger or something while waiting a steak. So the two guys were playing and they were practicing, and they were so good. Like at the end of the third day of practice, just the day before the show, we recorded them playing.
Yeah.
And you would think that it was like one Xbox outputting at two TVs.
Oh really? Yeah.
They had rehearsed so well, the timing and everything. It was perfect. And then went on stage and Alex played super well, and it was a good demo. So, but it's hard, a Splinter Cell game, because RAI is systemic, right? RAI is not scripted.
Yes.
So it's the beauty of the game, right? You retry, and it's all about
different stuff happens.
Exactly, and the AI surprising you, and you trying different gadgets with the AI and them reacting. So it just makes it for so much more stressful when you're trying to demo, exactly the perfect playthrough.
Yeah, you don't want to be that one guy who messes up, or the technical difficulty. I think Battlefield 3 had a little bit of trouble.
That's such a shame.
Luck of the draw.
It's so you don't want that. On Conviction, we also did at E3 on Conviction a demo, and Alex, like, we had a bug where an AI was supposed to be standing behind cover, and Alex was supposed to mark him, and the guy decided to crouch. The AI decided to crouch, so Alex couldn't mark him. And you can check that video online, but it was supposed to be bash mark the two guys when you're snake camming, then bash the door, execute, shoot the two guys, and then
nice and clean.
go. And then and I'm on stage, I'm talking, Alex is playing, and it's like I'm a passenger in a car that I'm not controlling, and then we start skidding, right? I'm like, and we practice so much that in my head I'm playing also, I'm like, okay, mark the guy on the right, perfect, mark the guy on the, Alex, why are you not marking the guy on the, what's happening, and then, oh shit, the guy's crouched, and then Alex, he has to play, right? We can't just say, oh, we'll retry. So Alex bashes the door, executes only the guy on the right, then he turns and he shoots in the cover, the guy won't die, the guy gets up, starts shooting, the screen is flashing, Alex jumps out the window, and he saved it, he didn't die, but it was like such a crazy, our hearts, I think my heart stopped there, and it just restarted once we left the stage.
Awesome. Well, Max, thank you for coming on.
Oh, cool. Thank you very much.
Best of luck with the rest of the game, everyone in Ubisoft Toronto. Tell the folks at home when Splinter Cell Blacklist is coming out. And on what platform?
So soon.
Too soon.
August 20th.
August 20th.
It's coming. It's like a
Nearly
month.
done.
I know, and it's like 360, PlayStation 3, Wii U, and PC.
Awesome. Well, thanks very much for coming on stage, man.
Thanks for having me.
We're going to shoot it over to Homer, who's at Bandai at the moment, but right after that, then stick around as well, because Chris Ward is going to be playing Scribble Knots Unmasked right here at the Comic-Con 2013 booth at GameSpot at the base station. Stick around. We're back in a few minutes.